I got it. Why is it showing the TNA thumbnail? The hell? Did I accidentally not update it? Nope, or NXT. Shoot. Yep, I sure did accidentally use the NXT thumbnail. Whoops. That's fine. There we go, it's fixed now. But yeah, so releases happen. It's unfortunate. You never like to see it happen. I'll talk more about it at some point, but I don't want it to be the whole focus of the stream tonight. Like I said, trying to be a place of positivity here on the otherwise bleak wrestling YouTube. SmackDown was good. I'm good. Thank you for asking. I went to work this morning, and fortunately, it was a pretty easy day, actually. I had pretty much... So, because I'm a delivery driver, my kind of hourly pay... my kind of hourly pay varies based on what I'm doing. But I made 20 bucks an hour today for 6 hours of work, so 120 bucks, which is not bad at all. Always good. But yeah, good as I can be. I have seen parts of SmackDown. I started watching it, and like full transparency, I got home. I got home, and I got home at 4 o'clock after being out after leaving for work at 7. I drove an hour to the warehouse to pick up my deliveries. Got done delivering at about 2 on the dot, actually. Had to drive about an hour back to the warehouse, or 30 minutes back to the warehouse, got lunch along the way, dropped off the returns, and then drove an hour back home getting gas along the way. So I got home like 4, hung out with Hemlock for a minute, and then I went upstairs, showered, made Ray's thumbnail, and laid down to watch SmackDown in bed. I woke up periodically throughout SmackDown, conked the rest of the way out, and then woke up to no less than 27 messages on Discord about the releases, and was like, oh, well, shit, that's not good. Yeah, nothing you can do about it, unfortunately. You got it. They're gutting, you know. Oh boy. Priest and Solo getting into it a little bit, apparently. Priest and VOD 2 could be fun. After the WrestleMania loss for LA Knight, Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett with you. Waiting, yes, please, at any time, putting himself right back into the ring. Last week, that's where he found himself against the back. Oh, man. Yeah, LA Knight just walking on by. Probably gonna have God set with Solo. I could see it. Yeah, probably. Probably be Jacob and Solo at SummerSlam. Yeah, if they're gonna hold it off that long, I suppose. I am gonna pop out of the room in about 5 minutes here, reminding him long dinner is gonna be done, so I'm gonna have to get it out of the oven. But
1 week ago, I stepped right in this ring. Yeah. And I said I want my rematch for my U.S. Championship.
I don't even know what we're talking about with Ilya. I just woke up. I missed most of SmackDown. I'm gonna rewatch it here shortly, but I did miss most of it.
My rematch, but that's okay. I did what I needed to do. I came in and had the match, but let's be honest, it didn't go my way. But why is that? Let's do a little bit of math. Why is that? Because right out here, Solo Sikoa decided to bring his pumpkin head looking ass out here.
His pumpkin head looking ass. Nice.
Gives me the spike, feeds me in, and then a little bit later, Jacob Fatu comes out here like this is his own personal jungle gym, bouncing all around. He's dropping moonsaults on everybody. But why was that able to happen? The reason that was able to happen was because the man who I have a match with a little bit later tonight, that's Damian Priest. Damian Priest, I got no problem with you. You gotta understand something. I know what you were doing. I know it had nothing to do with me, but at the same time, my man, you got to pick this.
Oh boy. I guess we're gonna do Priest and Knight now.
Priest got involved with LA Knight's business a bit last week. And now he hears his name and comes out in front of his crowd here at Wells Fargo Arena in the morning. Fans the Damian Priest was trying to help the megastar last week. He did cause LA Knight to be disqualified and lose that #1 contenders matchup to McIntyre, and understandably.
Yeah, Priest is here. I guess like I said, we might just be doing this match now, I guess.
You and I do not have a problem. We're cool, man. And last week, that was all about Drew McIntyre. WrestleMania happened. No excuses. I was good with moving on. But he couldn't keep my name out of his mouth. And then he mentioned my family. I just came out here to shut him up. Dude, look.
Quite like Damian's theme. It's not bad.
Beat the guy I know. You want to knock your name out of his mouth. I get that. But you picked the wrong time. You picked my time. And now I didn't win my #1 contendership. If I'm honest, the bell rang. Let's keep. I disagree with you, man. Solo spiked you over there. So all I did was save you from eating a Claymore and big 1, 2, 3. My man, I don't want to dig too deep here, but I feel like you're living in the past. I feel like you're reliving WrestleMania just because.
I'm gonna see a 4-way for the title. Us, Fatu, Drew, Priest, Knight. Yeah, that sounds fun too. That does sound fun.
I could have called him BST right here. I'm just saying, don't let your failures be mine. The way I see it, this whole situation is because you lost your championship at WrestleMania. I don't need any reminders, my man.
All right, I will be right back.
championship. I said, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna fight for the thing the very next week. I'm not out here right now wrestling for this championship because of you. I can't say it any clearer. This is the deal. All your frustrations, they're your fault. Maybe if your head wasn't up your ass at Mania, you'd still be champion. My man, the whole idea here is we ain't got a problem, right? But I'm telling you right now, if you keep talking like that, you ain't got to worry about where the head's up. You can worry about me putting my foot up yours. All right. We could do this back and forth for a minute. We can. Our match is later on tonight, you know? I don't see why we should wait. I don't see why they should wait. So what do you say? I'm saying we get a referee down here and we do this right now. Yeah. Wait, I don't want to wait. Do you want to wait? Let's go right away. Please. Yes,
the massive line of 4 shows. All the action, all the energy, all intensity. Tickets on sale now. Scan the code to get your tickets today. Nobody in the fight in a place like this unless they have something to hide. Tonight, you don't have anything to worry about. I'm not a pagan. Here, that's pretty cool. The hit series comes to USA. Yeah, I ain't worried at all. Watch Resident Evil from the beginning. Tonight at 11 on USA. Or stream anytime on P.
like the half-hour 55G, like the Scottish Warriors. 5 times more power. With supersonic rockets strapped to the legs. That's enough 5G for today. Fast, powerful, nationwide 5G on all plans. Oh.
Do you own a dishwasher but only use it for storage or as a drying rack? Get better results than hand washing with your dishwasher and Cascade Complete. Your dishwasher does the work for you with temperatures up to 140 degrees, too hot for hands. Some dishwashers even have a sanitizing cycle. Load pots, pans, and tableware at the bottom with plastic and glassware on top. Cascade Complete removes visible and invisible residue for virtually spot-free and shiny dishes. Switch to your dishwasher and Cascade Complete.
Many people swear they've had stuffed crust pizza from Domino's before, so we invited some of them to a little taste test.
Oh, that is the Domino's stuffed crust pizza we've had in the past.
What's the pizza?
Domino's have never made a stuffed crust pizza before.
I'm gonna watch the word. Until now, that is. Introducing Domino's first ever stuffed crust pizza. We didn't just stuff our crust with cheese. We use our delicious pan pizza dough and sprinkled garlic seasoning and Parmesan on top. It's Domino's first ever stuffed crust pizza. Try it for the first time tonight.
This is phenomenal.
Thank you for making dinner.
No problem. Okay, I've returned.
No annual contracts. Unexpected price. Switch to Verizon. Customer experience.
Let's see. TKO was running everything. There's literally no women's tag teams in WWE anymore. WWE sold TKO. Yeah. It's unfortunate. Like, it's unfortunate, but It is unfortunate to say the least, but got some Red Baron pizza now. So we're jumping right in with a knight and a priest. I think I'll stick with Peacock instead of paying the ungodly amount to attend the show. That's how I feel. Ugh.
His US championship. Both men in the top talk, both men aggravated by losses at WrestleMania. There's a hell of a lot riding on this match here. You cannot hold them two big bells in a row, and one of these men is going to have to reach that. Rick slams down.
Too bad at 4 ways, the only way we're getting Pod 2, Drew, Laughing Face. I don't necessarily think that's the case. I think that Jack for Monday was that 6 minutes in the SummerSlam seating price. Yeah, I've seen how much those cost. That's fucking ridiculous. I do hate to keep the bad news going. Riley Osborne has just been let go as well, which is very unfortunate. Hi, Ray, by the way. Good to see you, bud. Heard SmackDown was really good. I haven't had a chance to see it myself yet, but I've heard good things. I do think Ray is right that with TKO, it's better that we have just an evil corporation or a greedy corporation rather than an evil old man running it. Fair enough. Fair enough, Zach. But yeah, good to see you, Ray. Hate the circumstances in which we're meeting under today, but you know.
Damian Priest off over the edge of the front of that ball. Steady himself. But then he keeps on and slams him down. Priest looks like he's hurting. That's still clearly not quite. Recovered from that Sin City streak by the catch in the megastar. And this is danger moments for LA Knight here. Something to happen instead. They handle the car and then Priest comes forward. Barely gets up. Dangerous Damian Priest. You see him sucking on oxygen. He's moving a little jiggly. He's clearly in agony, but he's so big, so strong. One shot from Priest will take anyone off their feet. Look at the face like that. The wind completely knocked out of him.
More bad news. Hold on. New games out for a long time with an undisclosed injury? I think some wording got messed up there.
So close. A major motion picture, an evolution in customer experience, a game-changing approach to golf. Find them all in advanced 5G solution from T-Mobile for Business. Disney.
Thank you, Bad Dog. Again, I haven't seen it. Tomatonga. Gotcha.
Tractor Supply stores nationwide with 5G internet and innovates with PGA of America to elevate the game. Business
this goes further with T-Mobile for Business.
Welcome to the Hot Tree, where since the dawn of magic, we make PL fudge cookies deliciously fudge on the wrist. That looks delicious. Introducing our new PL fudge chocolate vanilla cookie.
Check it out. Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza is a game changer. With 28 cheese-filled bites around the crust, every single bite is a highlight. The Cheesy Bites Pizza, starting at $12.99.
Yeah. Like I hate to make it sound like there's any kind of good news about the releases, because there's not.
Oral-B's dentist-inspired brushing, clean, and gets in between for 100% cleaner teeth. Your perfect clean starts at Oral-B.
Farmers check if the right is on, but a friendly AutoZoner runs a fleet expiry scan. Refers her to a local shop.
Southern Hampshire University.
It's possible to break a family to pursue other things and still.
Yeah, no, like it's not. There's nothing. There's nothing good about it. I will say, something big is coming. I've made a decision regarding something with LS11 Universe. Nothing is going away. Nothing's getting taken away. You're all just getting something. Is the best way to put it.
Liberty Mutual, all she talks about, since we save hundreds by bundling our home and auto insurance.
It's pronounced Liberty. Liberty. Nice try, kid. Only pay for what you need.
The kind of good thing with Evil Corporation is these kinds of people aren't personal, so a lot of these people could get brought back, where in the past, Old Bastard most... Yeah.
Fill your eggs. Pasta. Oh, premix. Philadelphia. A clean touch of magic.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, it's completely unfortunate. You hate to see it. By no means am I saying there's any kind of good that comes out of these releases. I hope all of these people land on their feet.
This is awesome chant has started in Des Moines, Iowa. Somebody night and Navy Springs Forward scope the double overtime. These guys are doing everything they can. They have been eating that from what happened a week ago. When LA Knights leads Navy Springs for the team who lost the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's in the number one spot. That's the guy who really has been punishing Navy Springs. But it's slowly oozing out of points. It's like turning into desperation. But Briggs now shows us all just how deep he can get.
Oh boy. Razor's Edge.
Shoulders by Ally not trying to protect the cover. Bouncing off the canvas of this entire ring with the hits. This was a free count. Tim Barkai, no less than 7 out of Pakistan still taking.
How many of these people get hired by Tony? I could see him getting Shayna. Let me see if I can find a list, unfortunately. Maybe Dakota.
The megastar is not going to go down easy in this one. You have to stack that offense. How much is Daniel Priest going to have to attack to even scale to the top rope? It's taking a hell of a lot of time.
Other than that, I think that's And maybe Cora. I don't think they're going to pick up Braun. I love Braun. I do. I wouldn't be shocked if Braun just retires.
It was a mistake to not go for the pin because he brought payback in return. The megastar with the mega blocks. You think looking at the pin, but LA Knight executed that over rotating his shoulders of Damian Priest, allowing Damian Priest to easily pick out. You can't blame him at this point of the match. Exhaustion is the order of the day now for these two men.
God, the Stephanie's Places logo always feels so uncanny valley to look at. Be funny if TNA in the core. I'd be down for it. I mean, we've seen with Indy Hartwell, we've seen with other names recently. Like, there's not any bad blood to Oh, more solo DQ bullshit. Yay. That's what we needed.
This is statement time. Lining up the Samoan Samoa in the midst of what was a sensational match between Knight and Priest as he's going to deliver the spike to LA Knight. Oh, no!
Oh, there's Priest. Oh boy.
U.S. champion, one of the most violent and vicious of all. He is completely off the chain. He's going to his arm. Between Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu, a major match on the United States Championship of Jacob Fatu. Fatu and Solo Sikoa go for the Holly It just comes with so much terror for anybody close to contention. This man is violent. This man is vicious. Prior of a match which should be our main event was just now a opener of the for last week, the whole world was buzzing with what we had. The TFC winner won by the Street Profits, but not lost in the tag team headline. It was the debut of Fraxia.
Yep, Savages stand tall.
Speed, acceleration, and athleticism on the way to victory over Ross Guards and the former NXT Tag Champs moving on in style. Himself is putting the prize in on the third round.
So we get Fraxon versus Pretty Deadly tonight, which will be fun. So being Jacob's sidekick has to change at some point, right? Probably.
Thank you guys so much. Right now, standing by with the team that made their successful debut last week here on Friday Night SmackDown. Nathan Frazier and Axiom, otherwise known as Fraxiom. And tonight, guys, you'll have a chance to
Friday Night Fraxiom, yep. Raw could really use them, but it's alright.
We're excited by with the entire time division upside down. And on Friday Night SmackDown, we plan on doing the exact same thing in Amigo. Now, I remember you see your TLC match last week. Right, that's exactly what we're so excited to hear in SmackDown. This is the best tag division in the entire bracket. Oh, on that note, I do have to ask. Yes, get it out of here. Everybody saw it. Thank you. Let's see if that's good. It's good you want to compete against the best SmackDown, home of the best hungriest tag team division. Speaking of hungry, they do last week. So don't forget. Having some extra European blood on SmackDown. That's been nice for you guys, right? New, it's exciting, and everybody loves you, and that's great, that's great. But I suggest maybe look down. Remember that opportunities are earned, they're not given. And we know how good you guys are, but more importantly, we know how good we are. Okay, I remember before that, but then we were thinking, we got it very good, we had a good time. Help rest them, and we got very good sometimes. So then we spoke to our kid, and we said, can we find out if they are actually any?
I wish Pretty Deadly was doing more. Same. They were doing a lot with the DIY stuff, and then suddenly they weren't. Pretty Deadly definitely has like the best theme right now, though.
Introducing first, with a combined weight of 426 pounds, Ethan Green, first official match for Pretty Deadly since we saw them.
What did he call him? I don't think he said Elton Prince. He said like Ethan Green. He was like Ethan Green. It was like he forgot his name, so he just made noises.
And this match is presented by Sonic. The clock is ticking. This is your responsibility.
Oh boy, another Mission Impossible trailer. What a great time for middle-aged white guys. The final Mission Impossible, yeah.
These dishes just aren't getting cleaner.
It's right here. Really? I recommend switching to Cascade Farm.
Oh no, according to Sean, there's a couple. According to Sean Ross Sapp, there's more NXT releases that he's working on confirming. I'll keep an eye on his Twitter, and I'll keep you guys updated.
It works so well. It even keeps your filter clean. Cascade, the #1 recommended brand. Just scrape, load, you're done.
Hey, look at that. They got one of DirecTV's new genre packs. I think you mean genre packs. Yeah, that's what I said. Now they can pay less and pack just the TV they want. Pick the TV they want. Yeah, now you get the picture. I give up.
guy. Come on, Paul. Don't want to that. Doesn't count. What you need is a will, something you can sign and make official.
Well, these white guys running wild.
Shopping for a home. You could browse hundreds of listings to find homes with big yards, or compare lot sizes all at once. Search it full color to find space to grow. Home search will never be the same again.
This is the story of the one who believes being prepared is not just a way of life, it's how he helps everyone stay safe. He sweats the small stuff before it becomes big stuff. For the one,
Or they developed new lift and heel technology for Tom Cruise in this film.
it's just how he
Hey,
likes
Daryl.
for the ones who get it done.
The Shakaroni backup on the ground with more pepperoni and over half a pound of cheese. So many orders, big stack up.
I am here to work people. Where's the garlic sauce? Going here? She's everywhere.
We're making you a Shakaroni for $12.99.
That's right. I live here.
Chefs, you own and cook. But that's not why you're here. Get a long way to go.
Yes, yeah. NBC and beyond. Into a dome in LA for Magnificent. Spot. It'll be home to Money in the Bank, and you can experience the non-stop excitement of Money in the Bank with on location official fan hospitality, WWE unrivaled access, the unmatched service, unforgettable experiences. Find your package at onlocationexp.com/WWE. Wait, Bear, look who's here.
Michael Bisping. Yeah, I don't know who that is. He's got a blendy face. I feel like I've seen him before. Some UFC guy. I'm sure if Ray was on stream with me, he'd know exactly who this is. Ray's more of... Not as much lately, but Ray is more of the MMA expert when it comes to like who people are. I know Ray hasn't been... From what I remember, unless this has changed and I haven't heard, Ray hasn't been watching UFC as much lately.
Watching some Michael Bisping fights perhaps.
Mission Impossible 3 is a good movie. Oh no! Really? The Gallus guys are gone. Damn. That is unfortunate. The biggest team ever in the history of sport. Gotcha.
Many people call Fraxium the best tag team on planet Earth based on their performances in NXT. I'm not personally ready to quite go there yet, especially after the performances we saw from 3 tag teams in last week's TLC main event. But I will say that Axiom, or Fraxium, excuse me, are certainly heading in the right direction. Like it. Stretches it out and delivers that kick. Definitely cool. They put so much into that match. Yeah, and it's always unnerving when you're an established team like Pretty Deadly is. When a new breakout team hits,
They would have been great as a Drew faction. They really would have.
you feel like there's a bit of a line forming to get an opportunity once again at the tag champs, and then a new team with a bunch of hoopla surrounding and turn up, and you feel like you've slipped. Yes, it looks like 1 or 2 places down the ladder, and PD certainly need a big win tonight to let these newcomers know you're not going to have it too easy here on the Blue Run. Saturday, June 7th, that's going to be special Money in the Bank, the same day as Worlds of Live NXT and WWE acquired mutually great Triple H Worldwide. What a day that's going to be in LA.
Yeah, it's weird that they never got called up.
Speed, the pace, the athleticism of Braxia, but sometimes there's no matching the power advantage that PD have. Although the quickness and maneuverability there was telling for Braxia. Stevie T. Working in the ring. Look at the pace that they have here. PD have never faced anything like that, but these two, they simply have no defense for it. It's the dive train. And again. To the outside. Right to the barrier goes Prince. It moves to the other side. Braxia in control. Rick Wilson almost taking a hit into the front row there. This UK Spanish alliance to Braxia, but now has full control of the English one. Tennessee Wesley played 4 years of NCAA soccer. While he was doing that, he was training for pro wrestling on the side. It's on the indie circuit, side by side. In fact, here in Iowa, at Seth Rollins' Black and Great Wrestling Academy in Davenport. You see the fingerprints of Seth freaking Rollins all over Nathan Fraser.
Quick rundown is Michael got head kicked so hard an optical nerve was severed and he ended up losing his eye. Hit it from the commission of the UFC and managed to come back and become champion. Holy shit! That's insane. That's pretty fucking badass.
I can tell what's goes on. It's kind of a thing I do. So, who are you? I am visiting friends. Oh, figuring out that finally start to join this journey. Something is amiss. Tell me what you're doing. That might be This is Domino's new stuff.
We asked people who said they've had Domino's stuffed crust pizza before to compare it to our new stuffed crust.
Box to your left.
Alright, I'm gonna finally check out SmackDown here in a minute so I can update the website.
It's Domino's first ever stuffed crust pizza. Try it for the first time tonight.
Do you think Fraxium can reach the heights they can in LS11, which they're both future world champions? I think so. I think so. I think they can. I think it'll be very different from how they are in LS11. I think Axiom will be similar to how he's in LS11, but Nathan Frazier, I think can reach heights as like a Seth Rollins babyface level guy. I'm scared refreshing Sean's Twitter right now, but it's one of those things where I just gotta keep us updated, unfortunately.
With new Lysol brand new day lavender, it'll leave a scent you'll love.
This is not a blue moon. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. A Valencia orange makes a blue moon, and everything a little brighter.
And Jamie, it's 5 Jamie. $400 in Amazon gift cards. One house. Jamie plus internet. Enjoy the freedom of no annual contract in your life. If you don't have a license yet,
It's got this
some shape. Your friends in the valley.
If you're an idiot, how about with it?
As suburbia turns scandalous.
Expert, either forming crystals or any rumors on
You need to go get help.
Vaccine taken out. Deadly mismatch presented by Sonic. Drive in, blink free, east side. Tag on Nathan Fraser. The break taking you on SmackDown. And now he does. Here comes Fraser when he. The springboard drop kick. And get ready for that slow down button on your remote. Because this guy is simply too fast to be legal. He is an absolute.
You're gonna have a Monday Night Rollins run thing if things got right. Yeah, I agree. I mean, he moves like 2015 pre-injury Rollins, and that's the highest compliment.
Those are ringing out in the stand that you see. But now, Alton Prince busted wide open. This was a late kick. I'm not quite sure maybe the elbow that connected to the jaw of Alton Prince, who looked in an absolutely terrible state. And Nathan Fraser here, it might be like taking candy from a baby because Alton Prince looks like a beaten man. Like yourself, this is a bit of an experience.
Yeah, it's just Seth with two working knees. Yeah, pretty much. Two fully healed knees. Or two natural knees might be the best way to put it. Because, like, it ain't Seth's fault. He is smaller than Seth, yeah.
Well, that was a mistake. Nathan Fraser really did fall off on that. And you won't get many chances like that here at SmackDown. Fraser is lucky he's still taking in this one. A big right hand comes in from Kit Wilson. Pulls him off and wins this one on his own if he's going to be successful here. I think Alton Prince is down at this point, and it's effectively a 2-on-1 matchup, and now Axia back in the front. Kit Wilson. Position. Just rapid tax here from Braxton, but it's now Nathan Fraser who's the legal man. Oh! This did the damage last week, Joe. Meanwhile, Nathan Fraser.
Again, Frax team are so good.
And that is 2 for Jr. Well, it's certainly not beginner's luck for Braxton. 2 weeks in a row. Against top tier contenders, the Spanish fly from Axiom, stacked with his biggest spot.
Or now for the LS11 Final Testament. What a faction still got by Paul and AOP. It's fucking same.
Braxton one day will be gold here on the blue brand. They are making a big statement early on. It's a richly talented and proven tag team. Big win for Axiom.
You know, after watching the Street Profits win that TLC match last week, it's really busted.
Okay, so Michin wasn't released. I thought she was.
We know that you just gave some time off to do saying that when they come back. Nicholas, last week was great. Hijacked by the team. Stick of Joe's from the locker room led by none other than Suki Sumida. Free. Desperate collusion is what that is. We are talking about the United States Championship, Nicholas. You're not even from here.
Neither are you or you or you.
We're talking about the United States Championship, Nicholas. You're not even from here. Neither are you or you or you. Brilliant.
What if I told you I went with you to the Supreme Court and instead the recount that I deserve.
In a rematch, that's something we can certainly talk about once more. Tonight, with my nip.
What? What? Since when?
Ow. Hey, are you successful? Should be first in line for a title shot, and maybe she should be US champion again, maybe.
It was a shocking return a week ago.
All right, Nia Jax back up next.
Here,
You're next. You ready? And I'll get ready. I'll stay ready. That's why I'm him. Who's this? Me. I'm him. You mean Kim? No, me, him. Oh, Tim. Him. Oh, Kim. Him. You need a Snickers.
Do you own a dishwasher but only use it for storage or as a drying rack?
Yeah, Piper is so confused.
Dishwasher and cascade complete. Your dishwasher does the work for you with temperatures up to
I love the
240
Secret
degrees.
Harvest.
Too hot for hands. Some dishwashers even have a sanitizing cycle. Load pots, pans, and tableware at the bottom with plastic and glassware on top. Cascade Complete removes visible and invisible residue for virtually spot-free and shiny dishes. Switch to your dishwasher and Cascade Complete.
It's a new day. It's a new life. And I'm feeling welcome to the 4 parks of Universal Orlando Resort.
We are always in motion. Getting this, fixing that. To destinations in life and around the globe. Sometimes it
God, that new TNA International title is beautiful. I saw it on my feed a second ago, and I just felt the need to comment on it.
future leads. Enterprise for lives and drive.
check it out.
Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza is a game changer. With 28 cheese-filled bites around the crust, every single bite is a highlight. Cheesy Bites Pizza, starting at $12.99. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
I've been following death for years. It's time to get started.
We're ready to kick it in fun. Yeah. And the timer, I was talking about switching.
This game. It's usually just one person trying on shoes.
The Skylar doubles your cashback at the end of your first year, so I'm gonna use mine to get something for my beautiful step double Eileen.
Your rematch. Discover.
All right, it's been 15 minutes since the Gallus report. I'm hopeful that's it.
The new DQ Summer Blizzard menu calls for it.
Like, I'm hopeful that's the last ones.
Try the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu because nothing says summer like baseball and blizzard treats.
Justice is black.
Man, I can't believe we're just 8 days away from them being there in St. Louis. Experience the non-stop excitement of cat.
I do know that I do know about the new champion crowned on SmackDown. By the way, I do know that much because Ray sent me a text about it saying the fans are gonna want my head on a fucking pike after SmackDown, and I was like, yeah, they probably are, but it's gonna be funny as shit. I was like, it's gonna be the funniest. It's the funniest possible outcome for SmackDown. I love it.
Two of the great champions of our era, Orton and Cena, to lock it up for the opportunity to become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Tables, ladders, and chairs match. Climb up the championship.
Hi, JT. Yeah, I'm a little scared too, JT. Unfortunate when this stuff happens.
Side note, we will be hearing from Randy Orton later on tonight, right here on SmackDown, regarding hey fans, enter WWE's 350 Virtual Orlando Resort Virtual Orlando Resort's 4 theme parks, including the all-new Universal Epic Universe, opening May 20th.
Colin, how could you yeet in a time like this? Because I don't really know why you just randomly put yeet in the chat throughout every stream. I'll hold you in a Christian-friendly way, JT.
Wait, that's when she was out to do last week and beyond. Yeah, so we were having an impromptu match on SmackDown last week, so WWE Women's Champ Tiffany Stratton take on the Storm King.
So, I mentioned I was asleep when all this was going down. I put this picture in the Discord to show people proof. I was like, to paraphrase Stone Cold, Missile is a solid-ass cat. Alright? Missile's a solid-ass cat. Now, Dana's kayfabing me a little bit right now. Dana's got heat with me right now. But Missile's a solid-ass cat.
Tiffany Stratton's both mental, letting the champ know that she wants her gold back.
Like, Missile, that is a solid cat right there.
Thanks, guys. It sounds like you all missed me. Well, that was a warm welcoming, and I'm really happy I'm back. But you see, while I was gone, and your champion Tiffany Stratton was running around here like a Barbie doll with her head cut off, I was at home getting refocused, regrouping, so I could come back here and take what is mine. The WWE Women's Championship.
Got a good cat? I do. I do have a very good cat. She's very sweet. She's a pain in my ass, but... Missile is a pain in the ass, but she is far and away the sweetest cat I've ever had as well.
You were gonna say that you're gonna annihilate me and then take my title. Newsflash! I'm not the same Tiffany Stratton that used to bully around anymore. do it again. And then I went total.
Well, right now Dana's stealing. Like, we have 3 adult cats and 1 kitten. The kitten gets fed on her own, but Dana's been eating 2 adult cats worth of food and leaving Missile and Evie to try and share 1 serving worth of food. And it's not working out for either of them. And, like, we can't do much about it because we're not home most of the time when the feeders turn over.
You should know, and you should have been here long enough to know that I don't make the matches around here. But I'm certainly not shy away from the fight. I defend my title against you anytime, any place, anywhere.
Not used to Naomi's new theme yet.
Two of you fighting. Because I remember for months when I was trying to get the WWE Women's Championship from Nia, Tippy, you always found a way to make sure you helped her out. You two made my life hell. You say that you changed? I've changed. I'm a new Naomi now. I'm no longer the sweet Naomi, the good girl who stood behind Bianca and let Jade walk all over. I took matters into my own hands. I took out Jade and I took my championship. Jade may have ruined everything that I have worked for, but I am not done. Shut up. I am not done going after gold. And not only
Yo, draft between WWE and AEW since 2022.
I'll push you under.
I mean,
Proceed with caution. May hit a little dip.
oh boy, here comes Jade. Apparently, we're still not done. WrestleMania should be where feuds end. I stand by it.
Jade Cargill on the jump by Naomi last week. Joe accident subsequently occurs. Tiffany Stratton jump by Nia Jax. A little bit of payback before
Alright, let's finally take a look at what all went down on SmackDown now, because I've...
If the four of you are so eager for a fight, then let's give Des Moines, Iowa a tag team match plan. Let's give up Naomi and Nia Jax.
We got a tag team match playa from Nick Aldis. Love it. Brilliant. Alright, let's see. Check out SmackDown finally. I heard up to the Saturday night's main event announcement where it's going to be Cody versus Punk for the shot at the World Heavyweight title. And then Dom came out and I conked the fuck out.
contract action. So that is great.
Which is no fault of Ray, because I'm sure it was a great episode.
Then he over-delivers here on
Like, the Zilla and Braun fight looks like it was great. How did it... Wait, was it a match or was it just a fight?
biggest post-mania surprises came on the tournament where Harry makes this all of it. Mysterious, thrifted, capable superstar.
The splash. Steiner and Zilla has done so much support for Kirby. Turnbuckle, one spot. Fits alongside it. Splash. Right. And she was so sad. Zilla, where are you taking him?
Shocking return to SmackDown.
Did...
Zilla, where are you taking Braun?
Okay.
Zilla,
I'm gonna need someone to clarify for me.
where are you taking that
Was Zilla and Braun a match, or did they just fight? And if so, who won the match? So I know for record purposes.
So, you, me. Right. Right. Ray and I are pillars in this industry. This is what I was talking about last week. Respect. Respect. 2 decades I built WWE with hard work, spotlights, stealing performances. I've outlasted next big thing. So-called flavors of the month. So-called legends. You name it. He wanted his second chance. Target. Yeah. Targeted nobody. You target the biz, everybody talks. Spotlights on you. This thing did knock me out last week. Won't be up. It's not fighting for a spotlight. I'm fighting to remind everyone exactly who I am. And there's a reason I lasted in a company that he only lasted 5 years. What's the black? Wants to make a statement? He's going to keep our time. Let's do it. Here's my reason.
Okay, I see them backstage still. And he put Braun in an ambulance?
What? Oh my god!
So it's just a fight. Okay.
Well, when the Miz is reminding us that he wants to be the current undisputed champion John Cena in a WrestleMania main event, we get moments like this. Scheduled for one fall. Introducing for water. Accompanied by the author in the Triangle Orange Battle Royal. Residing in Hollywood, California.
Zilla beat Braun and everyone's kept tagging him because the stipulation was if Zilla won, Dom could challenge Cody in the main event. So I want to keep Braun out of the match. Gotcha! Excuse me. Sorry. I just could not hear that in the episode when I was clicking through it. And I was only clicking through because... Gotcha. Thank you, Ray. Yeah, no, like I said, I conked out during the show, so I didn't remember this part. And I was like, what the fuck? I couldn't find, like, the pinfall in it. So that's what was throwing me off. Bailey and Ivy had a match. Tio just extended their contract with Dev Rebel to also do tracks for UFC. Oh, God. Who the fuck made that choice? What a terrible fucking day. Also, Dominic Mysterio is now 1 belt away from being a Grand Slam champion in LS11 universe. Yeah, so this is what Def Rebel looks like. Yeah, these fuckers definitely deaf. They look like they've never heard good music in their life. Yeah, top reply is TKO might have been a mistake. And I'm kind of like, yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. You know? So for UFC fighters being able to choose which songs best reflect them, we got our three guys on it. If you have a catchphrase or other verbal noise that can be shouted in the beginning. Yeah. Fucking, yeah.
They've announced that Crown Jewel's going to be at birth. Will headline this October.
Alright, let's see if I can figure out how to do a render for Dom with the US title.
On the 10th and Monday Night Raw, Monday the 13th of October. And undisputed
Yes, JT.
will be there for his final appearance in Australia. You can register for tickets at WWE.
JT, if Ray's saying it was a match, then it was a match. Ray made the episode. I'm gonna believe him over you.
His resume of his career. Allowed one point recently. Now being left off the WrestleMania cards. That was side.
And behind is Miz match happening yet. Miz is standing in the ring right now. I myself restored color. I cannot see what that says. Oh well. Oh, at least if anything, we've still got Root of All Evil. I give it a month. Alistair lives. No creaking of the rising coffin. No man is ever truly good. I mean, I guess his theme isn't a CFOS, it's a Code Orange. So that's probably why it's not been taken. But Sonic with the Infinity Stones or Iron Man with the Chaos Emeralds? We don't know that humans can use the Chaos Emeralds, but Sonic could handle the Infinity Stones. So yeah, Sonic easily. And that's coming from a guy who Iron Man is my favorite, I think. I think Iron Man's my favorite Marvel character. I think he still is.
But it has woken up something inside of the base. He has his work cut out.
Went for the Black Mass out of the gate. I'd have popped if they just let it rip in Black 1 in seconds. Eggman can use the Chaos Emeralds to power boost his machines. That's true. Tony could probably use it to power up his armor. That is true. You make a good point there. I guess it just depends on how durable Tony's machines are against hedgehog quills. You know? You ever thought about that?
mind games playing version, likes to laugh and joke, and then there's this version that is a top slam. That half clinch into the knee, into the blade sweep, that hardcore Muay Thai move. Expert precision by Alistair Black, who trains with Muay Thai. Low checks, Liam Harrison, Andy Harrison. Oh, Pierce thought he was going to get away with a quick run this evening. We better think again. This goes Black can get out of the way. He's off to a very good start. Nizzle's the counter. Catches that boot. Then there's that right knee that fucked up again. Alistair Black. So up of his into the cover. Black is so skilled with his illustrations across that matrix-like performer. He's just a step ahead of the beast. And every move so far misses mistake.
So I figure out how to get a good render of Dom with this belt to put on the website.
He's powerful, he's fast. Covering the business shots from impossible angles thus far.
Oh, he's still got like the AEW gear with like the MMA shorts. I just realized that. There we go. I think I got my screenshots I needed. Oh.
My dishes. Don't worry, they've got Moondime power sets. Real power, all tile with ease. Yeah, it's the dish soap with 2 times more powerful sets. Lucky ducks. Dawn's first sets. The trap lock and remove 99% of grease. So it doesn't get passed from dish to dish. Clean and stacked like ducks in a row. Good one. Moondime power sets, the better grease getter.
Sorry. We use techniques takes a life saving.
The most powerful clean and see, looking good. See Marvel Studios Thunderbolts.
Many people swear
Oh man, Thunderbolts comes out today. Haven't gotten a chance to go see it yet, but I'd like to at some point.
Domino's has never made a stuffed crust pizza.
Until now, that is. Introducing Domino's first ever stuffed crust pizza. We didn't just stuff our crust with cheese. We use our delicious pan pizza dough and sprinkle garlic seasoning and Parmesan on top. It's Domino's first ever stuffed crust pizza. Try it for the first time tonight.
Can't believe this, man.
Everyone's getting that. You simply say Valvo on. What even happens?
Yeah, covered up their campus. That alert live agents of insurance. Stop.
Thunderbolts faction. ARW's not even around anymore, my guy. It's not even around. RW's dead. I'll do like I'll keep my word and do the LSWF versus ARW show at some point, but like ARW's gone. I let it go. Like I stopped trying to keep it alive because not enough people cared. I can't say no one cared because some people did, but not enough people cared for it to be worth the hours upon hours of work I put into it. Like I loved making it, but unfortunately not enough people cared for me to put it all together to keep doing it. Like, the yearly Rumble will keep happening, just without Carnold now, because a deal was a deal, but... And he's a man of his word, but, like... Thanks for that, JT, by the way. Got your ass kicked in the Waffle House parking lot for it. Which is a sentence that probably isn't the first time it's ever been uttered. Not to JT specifically, but just in general.
Because he has effectively neutralized somebody who was mowing him down in the early moments of this one.
Well, Alex might be home.
Tremendous reactionary strike there from LS11. He didn't get more than a split-second notice that the Miz was darting at him. It was the perfect strike at the perfect time, which tells you exactly.
Yep, Alex is home. I hear her keys in the door. Let's see what I can do.
That right-handed sweeps the leg, and look at the speed and the offensive personal attack.
Why'd Waffle House have that ring in the parking lot? Your local Waffle House doesn't? It's not just a Waffle House thing? Mine does.
Miz has been completely debilitated by various body strikes there.
Where else do the hungover people fight at 3 in the morning? This year is make or break for Marvel, it feels like. I've heard nothing but good about Thunderbolt so far. Everyone's really optimistic about Fantastic Four, that's including me. So fair point. I'm glad you agree. Kind of crazy how both U.S. titles in WWE Universe mode changed hands this week. Country keeps getting people beat up in front of the office. What's up, JT? When I see Thunderbolts on here, I think of Pokemon. I mean, yeah, Pokemon has a move called Thunderbolt, but... Oh, so I gotta tell you guys about this shit that happened to me today, alright? Let me tell you this nonsense that happened today. So I had a big delivery. Like, I had 60 deliveries to do today. There. Oh, is he gonna do, like, the lifting up by the chin for the black man? Hell yes. This crowd's pretty hot for black, too. Oh, there it is. Since Venom merged with Godzilla in the comics and basically made God Venom a canon thing. Okay. I'm following. What's up? Right. So I had 60 deliveries to do today. Only about a 40-mile overall drive. But it did take me... It took me about 6 hours to do. 10 deliveries an hour on average. And the last 10 deliveries, I was in an apartment building at about noon-ish. 12:30 maybe, actually. Probably 12:30 is a little more accurate. It looks like we're getting black and mellow as well. The stare down's happening. But right, so like... But yeah, so at that point, I'm in my final 10 deliveries. I'm in an apartment building. A problem I keep running into with doing these deliveries is that it doesn't matter if I use the bathroom first thing when I wake up or right before I leave with the deliveries. At approximately 9 a.m. every day, I suddenly cripplingly need to pee. Like, to the point it starts physically hurting. But I'm on a strict time limit on how quickly I have on how soon I have to be at the next delivery location, that I don't have time. So I gamed the system a little bit today. And when I was in an apartment complex where I had 5 deliveries in that one complex, I didn't mark one of them as done yet, and I stepped off into the like the woods behind the apartment and relieved myself. And then thunder boomed overhead, and just as I dropped off the last delivery at that apartment specifically, the sky opened up.
Rey Mysterio himself hit you to take his place at WrestleMania. And you blew it.
And so at that point I had I had about 7 deliveries left. And when I got to where I was dropping the next one off, all of them were in the trunk at that point because I was going to 3 different cities.
Someone's gonna have to take his place. And that person, has always been me.
So that point, like I had my things divided up. City 1 was in the passenger seat, City 2 was in the back seat, City 3 was in the trunk. And at that point, I was in City 3.
There's only one luchador in the world I trust. And definitely, it's not you, brother. I will see you in the ring now.
And so at that point, I have to get into the trunk. I'm standing outside this person's house. The rain is pouring down. I've got a hatchback, so my trunk is helping me a little bit. But, like, to quote Ollie Williams from Family Guy, it's raining sideways at that point. And I'm like, why does my back hurt doing this? And then I realize it is hailing. So my back is being pelted with little shards of ice. Like, I was just getting absolutely pelted with ice from behind, and it was not fun. Finally got those deliveries done. As I got to like the last 3 deliveries, the sky finally closed back up and stopped just pissing ice down on me. At that point, I was drenched all the way through, and I still had 2 hours of driving left to do because I had to take returns back to the warehouse, and then I had to drive home. Like it was fine. I got paid for it, and I got paid a fair amount. Like I made enough money where it felt like it was worth it. But in that moment it was like, Jesus, this hurts.
Fixing that. To destinations in life and around the globe. Sometimes it's beautiful. Sometimes it's work. Because life never stops. You need someone you can trust to go right along with you, no matter where the future leads. Enterprise for lives and drive.
Check it out. Pizza. Cheesy Bites Pizza.
I think Naomi should dethrone Tiffany, if not her, he'll Bianca. Yeah, I could see it. I don't know. I think Naomi needs some more depth to the character. She seems very out of her element doing this heel character. And, like, it feels very forced with, like, proceed with caution. It's like, alright, you're trying maybe a little too hard.
You gotta bank you trying to get a catchphrase. Well, but not now. My man is building his credit score with everyday purchases. 75 points off in 6 months. Wow. There goes that man.
Prices are up, but not at Metro. We lower prices and give you a 5-year price guarantee. One line of unlimited 5G lowered by 20%.
There we go. Website updates have been made. Outside of she did it for Bianca. Yeah. Agreed. Glad we're on the same page there as well.
Jamie, it's 5G on internet. Switch today and get $400 in Amazon gift cards. Why not? With 5G even plus internet, total freedom of no annual contracts and no unexpected price hikes. Visit your local Verizon store today.
It's been an hour. We're living in a dirty America. Brother, we've been doing this since January 20th. I mean, what?
Thai and buttery flaky sandwich that reminds you of when you studied abroad meal. This brings me back to
I didn't say anything. But yeah, the website updates have been made. Okay, Alex wants me to see what she's done in our bedroom, so 2 seconds.
That looks really fun. Yeah. We are always in Central Greenhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana.
So I would go to shows. They had all these shows, celebrities and crowd. Right. They would say Indianapolis sports. They would say afterward, right? Because I was just on a ticket or whatever.
Indianapolis football, everybody, that gets everybody.
I didn't care. I was just on the TV, on the screen, anything like that. Every stage of my life, whether it's junior high, high school, college, NFL, you name it, whatever city, whatever group of friends you have, that's what all I was going to be. I was professional wrestling. I was supposed to be a professional wrestler. I was supposed to be a professional wrestler.
And episode 7, featuring Pat McAfee's Stephanie's Places, comes out next Wednesday. This week's Stephanie's Places, first 10 episode ESPN original series, been outstanding, great reception. Features the Bloodline, available plus available and Disney Plus. Excellent. Well, of course, Pat's got some work to do against Gunther in 8 days at Backlash.
Rather hit the night. The showdown that's going to be.
Yes, every Wednesday, Stephanie's Places. It is a great night here at Wells Fargo Arena. Look at this big man. Look at Dan Dawkins, the former the offensive tackle for the Buffalo Bills. And the sit here ringside on this here at the Boyd platform.
Yeah, this just announced. We had a luchador dispute in the locker room moments ago. Well, we're going to settle it tonight as the Electric Ray Phoenix and the Emperor of Lucha Libre, Santos Escobar, they're going to go one-on-one later tonight right here on SmackDown.
So Selena Vega, United States Gateway Chelsea Sugar.
Okay. Okay, the Secret Harvest have a theme now, it would seem. How goes the in-game renders? I have not touched much. I did the Dom one, but that's about it. The epitome of AI generation. Was it another Stephanie's Places thing?
Chasing, but Selena Vega finally got an opportunity at the US title last week. A real underdog being cheap shotting by the Secret Harvest.
Alex wanted to show me how she had she just bought a new air mattress because we've got a friend staying over tomorrow and we didn't have a place for them to sleep. Alex inflated the air mattress on top of our bed, so our bed is like as tall as me now because of it. It's probably bad that I immediately, when I see just the epitome of AI generation, I'm gonna be like, oh, Stephanie's Places. Yeah. Piper wrestling in the suit has been uncomfortable. I'd imagine so. I mean, it looks like it's tights on at the bottom for the legs, but like I imagine the top is not comfortable. Someone who has done fight scenes wearing a suit before, I can confirm. It's not comfortable. Like,
being stretched out by Selena Vega. It'll be interesting to see the strategy that Vega takes in taking out Piper in a spot like this. Who looks to just splash but misses.
Well, that was a great strategy. Get the hell out of the way.
Yes.
Because it would have been a short night for our new champ and Piper never connected there.
Vega's a new champion. Oh, the big knee comes in and wait. Never underestimate how much a title means to someone. It was an emotional scene this week on social media. Selena Vega posting.
no, man.
The 9/11 memorial, placing it on her late father's. That was a beautiful scene.
Incredible from Selena Vega to contrast that with the emotions here from the former champ Chelsea Green.
The black sunglasses, the black veil, the whole head to toe formal funeral outfit. I said, what do you do? She said, well, many times right. What's the thing? But she was helped by replicate as vocal song of the Jackie Ford. And during the presidential, back in the 60s, that was the but to say that, that's right from Chelsea's back. That's the one where Kent was in this outfit tonight.
We're all in mourning and looking.
Nobody is. So well, nobody is.
You'll be in one with that. You have a half a stone, Jeff.
There are maybe 3 people, and one of them is Chelsea Green herself. It is a wonderful story to see. Selena Vega, the underdog, has pulled off. And everything she had to go through to get to that point, as Piper did, slammed that so hard.
Celebrations all three. The United States champion. You have to think at this point, not so Chelsea. Well, it might have been a wait here for this non-title affair. Perhaps she will be due an opportunity at the goal.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. But right now, Selena Vega is in trouble. Piper's in control. WWE Universe, let the adventure begin. We want to send you to Universal.
Joe is Chelsea's biggest hater outside of Michael. Yeah, it seems that way, doesn't it?
Universal Epic Universe opening days on Saturday. Gates and explore 5 immersive worlds of thrills and excitement. Plus, you'll stay at the brand new Universal Terra Luna Resort. Enter the WWE Universe Dream Trip giveaway today. Go to WWE.com/Universal Sweeps to enter now.
What up? You ready? Then I'll get ready.
Sick.
That's why I'm him. Who's this? Me. I'm him. You mean Kim? No, me, him. Oh, Tim. Him. Oh, Jim.
This was more her biggest hater. Probably Tessazor. He cost her the match by countout a few weeks ago.
Epic Universe, only at Universal Orlando Resort.
Consumers Cellular ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction. Hi, my friend Linda has you guys that gets way better coverage than I do. Sounds like Linda has you beat. Only in coverage. And plans start at $20. Okay, price too. Get your second month free when you switch to Consumer Cellular.
Slipper Duster traps 4 times more dust before cleaning even marble proofs up. Making hard to reach.
So easy.
Swiffer, the mother of all cleans.
Hmm.
Take the money back.
Pero di nostro azzurro. Crisp, refreshing, and brewed with Italian style. Beef every moment. Pero di nostro azzurro.
Fill your potatoes. Yes. Fill your eggs. Whoa, creaminess.
Graduates, today we're going to make it really thorough, ready for whatever lies ahead. Something that feel like it would be more difficult. Going to another bad job.
Zilla next was also a hot start. The match with Braun was awesome. Yeah, the bits of it I saw were pretty good.
Sorry, life is hard, but saving money by bundling your home and auto with Progressive is easy. Deciding what's for dinner every night for the rest of your life.
Chaperone's back us all the time, so more pepperoni and over half a pound of cheese.
So many orders, we have to staff up.
I am here to work people. Where's the garlic sauce?
The only thing is everywhere. We're making the chaperone for $12.99.
That's right. I live here.
A week ago, Selena Vega won her first singles title of her career in WWE. Earlier tonight, Chelsea Green was demanding a rematch. Instead, general manager Nick Cole has had other plans, and that is this test against Piper Niven, seed for the throne of the United States champion. All in black, and she says her funeral letter beating Niven, and Piper Niven has been dominating the newly minted United States Women's Champion.
This is one of the biggest physical matches possible in the women's division. Piper Niven with the open driver. A questionable shot to the thorax there from Niven. Stops the champion at tracks.
This from Vega. A big knee to Piper Niven.
Well, this has to be the answer, right? And when you get the upper hand, you have to keep peppering your larger opponent with shots.
But then, just like that, Piper slams her down.
You're not in the corner. What a big one at the center. A wrecking ball of menace.
That determination, that will. Chelsea is so
Huh.
We should have got Chelsea Green on commentary for this one. Honestly, that's a discussion for another day as we take another look at this. Handle set on crushing the midsection of Selena Vega. It starts a question, is the referee going to need to step in here?
Selena utilizing her speed, her quick reflexes, now going up top, and she was able to get that hit on Piper Niven. A big right hand comes in from Niven. The new tag team champion, Chelsea Green.
Thoughts on maybe I'll be Tracer. I'm already Tracer. Well, you know, that's why I had to switch to Ash when I played Overwatch. That's why I became an Ash main for a little while. Because everyone else was already Tracer. So, fortunately, no one was going, I'm already Ash. So, I played Ash and I tried to learn Diva.
That was about the biggest hit that Selena Vega has landed thus far. Take another long GTO from the second row. It's a 2 count, but no more. And struggling, clearly in agony now. Oh, God, but
Oh, she going for code red. That's how she wanted a week ago. But instead, Niven gets to the press.
just sense that with that code red against an opponent as powerful as Piper Niven is, may not actually be possible for Selena Vega to hit that, but it's certainly possible. All the way to the
Second Vega gets up and
Just about nibbling enough. All running beats in the corner, and it's Piper Niven who's groggy. Can Vega finally sustain some offense here?
You can still see Vega though reaching for her ribs. She has taken a lot of damage against Piper Niven here tonight.
Desperate times like this, Joe, you go on instincts.
Oh yeah, black hole slam.
Instincts have not been serving Zelina while she's been trying to match power for power against it, but this could be it, Joe.
Got a few figure reviews that are coming out on the other channel this week.
Starting to clear in the mind of the champion, getting back to a game plan of that hit and move kind of offense. With this stunning moonsault, wasn't quite enough. There's an element of panic in the eyes of the champ, and she is growing in confidence as this one lies on hooks again. Going for the Cobra again. It's not going to work. Now, out of the strap,
What the hell? Fantasy region for Pokemon with a country region. I want to see I want to see a prehistoric Pokemon region where I want to see a prehistoric Pokemon region where all the fossil Pokemon like Kabuto, Ammonite, Aerodactyl, and stuff are uh, are just how they normally look before they were fossils. So they're not rock types anymore. So like Kabuto is bug water, or something.
Disaster for the green regime this time. It was a friendly fire incident.
More dissension in the secret Hervis.
Storytown once again with the win. The underdog is undefeated at present.
2 weeks in a row. Matches have been blown up and thrown out. You get yourself in trouble. You're not exactly innocent in all of this time. Hold on. Don't do the last 3 points, okay? That was Damien Matus's fault. Who's the one that called the people? And as far as Jacob, he's telling everybody we better stay out of this way. That's a warning. Warning received. Why a backlash? Jacob's going to defend that U.S. championship against Damien Priest and LA11 in a triple threat.
Just a triple threat. What about Drew?
Technically, Drew McIntyre won the match. He's the number 1 contender. If there's anybody that should fight Jacob, it's Drew. You're absolutely wrong, sir. Forget this one. Let's make it a fatal 4.
There we are.
You know what? Let's keep it 100. No matter who put in front of me, line them all up at backlash. Because at the end of the day, I'm a dog walk that game. See me? I'm on gas. No flex with it. You know what I mean? You try to screw Jacob on.
All this has been a busy one this evening, but we got ourselves a new main event tonight because WWE Women's Champ Timothy Stratton and Jade Cargill are going to team up in tag action against Nia Jax and Naomi. That is later tonight on SmackDown.
Yeah, it's the fight. Your standover nonsense. Another RKO. Trying to claim it for good at Backlash.
We will hear from Randy Orton joining us live right here from this massive crowd at Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, Iowa. Don't go anywhere for Friday Night SmackDown coming your way.
There's Candace been. Oh God, that worries me a little bit to think about, doesn't it?
Around here, it's not a patio. It's a patio. Oh, I love this chair.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just a bit.
Girl, you nailed it. No, this set, it's just a couple of screws.
They're a perfect top. Oh, look at her.
Check it out. Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza is a game changer. With 28 cheese-filled bites around the crust. Every single bite. Cheesy Bites Pizza, starting at $12.99. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
People who come to cricket stay with cricket, like Gwendolyn.
I stay with Cricket because they tell it like it is. The price of my plans is I pay every month.
Does that make me a bit worried?
Welcome to
Yeah, I'm hopeful that it's just that she's maybe got like some injuries she's healing up. Maybe she had some time off requested. Maybe she's just at home taking care of her kid for a little while. Because she kind of suddenly dropped the speed title to Soul and then vanished.
Can't help people customize the same as whatever we do for all.
Only pay for cheese.
flavors that feed your fancy.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oreo Fizz. Stay playful.
Get a better price on your family's prescriptions.
Check this out in the app. Check the name of our beds. There's the last page. My husband's blood pressure rate. And safety for my
People who said they've had Domino's stuffed crust pizza before to compare it to our new stuffed crust. Domino's has never had stuffed crust before. Until now. Introducing Domino's new and first ever stuffed crust pizza. Try one for the next time tonight. Please, when you look, your bathroom can feel like a evolving door. It cleans fast with the Breeze bathroom. It can pop up the air freshener with 5 odors for 45 days. So even after every flush, you know your bathroom smells amazing.
It's the ultimate all-day on NBC. That's the love food.
Huh. I was gonna say, wow, the show's almost over, but no, it's not. There's still another hour. I forget SmackDown's 3 hours sometimes.
Hard to believe we're only 8 days away from that epic encounter in St. Louis. WWE Backlash. Tickets are on sale now. Of course, Gunther and Pat McAfee. After Gunther's reaction to Jay Uso and then attacking Michael Cole. And coming back, that's choking out McAfee. Got Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch, the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Of course, Randy Orton and John Cena and Wade. What was just announced officially.
Oh, it's breaking because amidst the chaos of the past couple of weeks, G and Nick Aldis has found a potential solution because at Backlash, US champ Jacob Fatu will defend against the former champ LA Knight, the Punisher Damian Priest, and the Scottish psychopath Drew McIntyre in a fatal four-way matchup. That's at Backlash a week from tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll go back to 2-1. I've heard it was going to at one point at the end of the month, but yeah, 4-way is gonna be fun. Randy. Oh, Randy hugging a kid. What a great guy. What a guy.
John Cena, Randy Orton never really been one for excuses, has he? I don't need excuses when you are on.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do.
Connects like that. Backlash. Cena's 17th reign is over.
He's a changed man, isn't he?
History between them when it comes to a head at Backlash with the undisputed WWE Championship on the line. That'll be streaming live at 7 Eastern.
I take the death dragon. I feel tension rising.
World champion. John Cena just breaking the all-time record, sitting at 17. The Randy was supposed to remind everybody they point to the top of the Raw, and now he's got the opportunity for the biggest into state Dixie sitting right there.
Randy doing the Cena roll now. I'm gonna kill. I wonder if Cena's gonna get his receipt by attacking Randy's head. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Cowboy Bob's a lot older than he used to be.
is for all of you to realize exactly what kind of man he is. But I knew from day one. He's arrogant, selfish. He's an entitled brat that gets whatever he wants. John Cena is the ultimate shiny new toy to be played with by the ultimate puppet master. John, I gotta hand it to you, man. You're smart. You took advantage of the PG era. Oh boy, did you ever take advantage of the PG era. You were willing and quite frankly eager to be a real live walking, talking cartoon character. While I, on the other hand, did everything that I could to be true to who I am. He didn't care about the boys in the back. He didn't care about all the John cared about. All that he cares about is his bottom line. It brought him fame. It has brought him fortune. It has brought him right into the mainstream. It has enabled John Cena to make sure that every single month he has a brand new colored t-shirt come out to the merch stands along with headband, neckband, waistband, armband, wristband, shorts. I mean, I think there's sneakers, dog tags, and a little towel that says never give up. Anything he can squeeze his name onto, he's gonna put at the merch stand so that all you kids.
But it was funny because it was like as soon as Randy was behind him, Cena knew it was gonna happen. Yup. Just shit.
Speaking of the kids, last week on SmackDown, John said the reason why he never had kids, the reason why he never raised a family himself was because he was busy raising all of your kids. John, the only thing that you have raised is the price of your merchandise, which the actual parents have to work a double and able to afford. You know, selling your soul isn't exactly a new concept, is it, John? You've been doing that for 20 years. Hustle, loyalty, respect. Am I right? I'll give him the hustle. I'll give him the hustle all day. But the loyalty, the respect, what happened to the loyalty and the respect, John? Let me be clear why I asked specifically about the loyalty and the respect. Because last week, you stood in this ring, looked me dead in the eye, and you said you were going to erase the important name from the history books. You said, as you stood in this ring and looked me square in the eyes, that you were going to erase everything that my family did in this industry. And I'm going to tell you right now, you are not, and you will not, over my dead freaking body. You say that you are the last real champion. No, John, you are the latest legend that I have to put down.
They did the bet back in 07, snuck about Cena RKO spot. Gotcha.
Saturday, Backlash, my hometown, in front of my wife, my family, my kids, my friends, in front of the future generation of Ortons, in front of the future Orton legacy. I am going to punch, kick you so hard in that Lego-shaped head. It's gonna fly right off your shoulders and through the gateway arch. But not before I drop your ass with the 3 most dangerous letters in sports entertainment. Well, it doesn't get more pointed than that. Sending a message to John Cena, the undisputed champion, that you're just the latest legend that I have to put down. Veins bulging, skin turned, a shade of hue. Yeah, good luck at Backlash, John Cena. You are going to need it against this version of Randy Orton. A week from tomorrow, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, streaming live on Peacock. Undisputed WWE Championship on the line at Backlash.
Naomi, listen, you and I need to get on the same page. I'm gonna forget what you said to me out there, but my eyes are set on Mold and Two-Face Tippy. So as long as you figure out whatever you have to do with Jade and stay out of my way, we'll be good.
Swear to God, if she just says proceed with caution. Oh, right, that's Phoenix's theme.
It will run ball. Introducing her.
I was just sitting there, I was hearing the theme, I was like, the fuck, whose fucking theme is this?
Ray Phoenix. Such a pass before arriving here at WWE. The splash that he has made since arriving at SmackDown. That will bring his full arsenal of offense. Right to Santos Escobar. That is next. Evolution of pro wrestling is unfolding in front of our very eyes.
Okay, cool. But that's not why you're here.
Jeff Jacobs needs to control me.
See, as they show views, you're more driven by the drama than the dish.
Yes, yeah. NBC and Peacock.
Taco Bell brought back crispy chicken nuggets, and I can't believe how good they are.
Why can't you believe it?
We can do Taco Bell. Taco Bell.
Yeah, but a taco place can do nuggets, right?
Yeah, Hidden Valley Fire Ranch is awesome.
Okay, they're good, but without chicken plate. What do you guys do with chicken place? Can't a taco place do good nuggets? Are we not allowed to do both?
What do you mean?
People do both, right? Come on, why are you looking at me like that?
Okay.
How come we have taco place if the chicken place is also a taco place?
Try the Swiffer Power Law. It has a built-in solution that breaks down good on. Plus, 360-degree splash things up on baseboards and even behind the toilet. Bye-bye, bucket. Swiffer Power.
It's certified. And it's certified. We make it easy to fix a furniture it's good. Yeah. Just go to certified.com and compare business reports and fix it. You get out the middleman so you can fix your bill. It's certified.
listed in your car insurance.
The first time you try that, it fits you. Your laundry feels way fresher, softer, so you start to wonder, will a sheet of buttons on the final style? Will it make you softer? Sounds can't do it all. But for better laundry,
At school, that's more than just a classroom. The world today. Did you know cheese is made experts? Of course. What? Anything cheese. Chocolate. Crispy.
what's for dinner? Shop Kroger for appetizing ingredients and big savings, like $600 with digital coupons and up to $1 off per gallon of the pump. Fresh for everyone. The history of winning started in the 65 days. Spring. Instead of water.
Honestly, this Braun and Rollins team has been fun. I agree. I really enjoyed it.
Unless they have something to hide. Maybe they'll hear they're pretty cool for what? From the beginning, it's PR SmackDown on USA. 127. Los Angeles hosts the best.
The opportunity of a lifetime.
The rest. WWE wants to lie. Seven. Combo tickets on sale.
That's going to be on Saturday, June 7th. Worlds Collide at Kia Forum. Money in the Bank and Into Adult and individual event tickets are on sale this Wednesday, May 7th. Via Ticketmaster. Resale starts this Tuesday, May 6th. Those are the individual tickets. That's going to be an outrageous day of action.
So, got no chance at that place.
Oh boy.
Watch out. John Cena is going to beat Randy Orton.
Why would you say that? Because it's true. I said what I said, dog.
You know how you get down.
Hey, Big Jim.
Say what I said, dog. Stop. Stop.
Bullies, you keep on talking this. You don't punch your head clean off your shoulder.
Oh, I'm not playing around. John Cena told me that. You know what else he told me?
What he said.
The kid last real champ. He did not.
You need to.
It's like only two people can control Braun, Bray, Rollins, and Heyman. It was awesome when Braun's music hit as soon as Sammy said no. That was a really well timed moment. I 100% agree.
Jimmy, save yourself. You can enter WWE Dream Trip to Universal Orlando Resort Sweepstakes for a chance to experience Universal Orlando Resort 4 people, including the all-new Universal Epic Universe that only takes 1 second plus. And the WWE Superstar. Folks, go to WWE.com/Universal Speeds, and you can enter for a chance to win. Successful career. The night before WrestleMania, the opportunity to rise. It was WrestleMania entry. These two met up in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. It's eliminated Santos.
Oh.
Representing Magneto, Mexico
Oh no, I feel bad saying it. This new ring announcer on SmackDown's not doing it for me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but
Of Ray Phoenix for his match against El Grande Americano. Santos Escobar seemed enthralled with the performances of Ray Phoenix. However, that loss to El Grande Americano at WrestleMania 41 has certainly soured the Emperor of Lucha Libre on the newcomer to SmackDown. He decided it was a disgrace to the art form of Lucha that Ray Phoenix could lose to, in his words, a clown like that. He blames Ray Phoenix for not jumping in with Ricardo Del Fantasma and using Santos Escobar as a sort of mentor here on SmackDown for that loss.
tease from Mox versus King. Tease for something else, perhaps, as well.
Santos Escobar almost as if south of the border. So they have a healthy professional respect for one another, but they've certainly never been bros or anything like that. I think Santos Escobar's attempts to bring Ray Phoenix into the fold has fallen on deaf ears. And now the Emperor of Lucha Libre is looking to teach him a lesson. Mentioned the newly acquired AAA, and that is the focus of what we were just describing with what's happening on June 7th. With Worlds Collide, NXT, and the newly acquired AAA worldwide. That is going to be 7th event is also that day. But there's a response, Santos. Not impressed, Ray Phoenix. However, that might change your mind. Wow. Listen to that.
I am hard at work over here on something you will all be knowing about pretty soon. Is it fast you've ever booked a card for pay-per-view, or is it 2 weeks for Full Gear? Full Gear is a month. Full Gear was a month. So 3 weeks, I guess, because right now it's 3 weeks between Rumble and Chamber total. Yeah, no, Full Gear is not a 2-week build. It's a 4-week build, Zach. This was week 2 out of 4. I think. Let me double check that info. Yeah, this was week 2 out of 4. There's still 2 more weeks till Full Gear.
And this is what we're used to from Phoenix, as Escobar says, not now. Tell you right now, Jim, all of the luchadors in the locker room are so excited about the acquisition of AAA. They all see themselves as being the spearhead of this new global movement for Lucha Libre. If you want to be the spearhead, got to start collecting some W's against the other luchadors. That is why victory here tonight is so crucial for both of these men. Escobar able to neutralize Phoenix. The moment there when Phoenix was looking to springboard. Move this forward. They're calling it a 9-1-6 for now. Phoenix has another name for him, but immediately off the blocks doing what he does best. Ray Phoenix taking control of it. Celebrated something a splash. The conversations continue face to face between Phoenix and Escobar. Complete replacement for the then injured Rey Mysterio. WrestleMania 41. Santos Escobar hasn't been negotiations. Still convinced.
Yeah, who would have thought Heyman would return to AEW? Who would have thought?
Lining up that target. Escobar. Through the air, out to the floor, pinpoint accuracy target, Ray Phoenix.
You don't have anything to worry about. It's serious comes to USA. Watch Resident Alien from the beginning. Next, after SmackDown on USA.
Love your plugin, but wish you had more spec detail? Meet the Berate platform. Enjoy the same 50 days of convenient benefits of Berate Plus, including a full for flexible placement options and a free plan for access to the free plus benefits. Yes, people who said they'd have Domino's stuffed crust pizza before to compare it to an instant pretzel. Domino's has never had stuffed crust before. Up till now. Introducing Domino's new and first ever.
Also, for members, I will be setting main event to upload after stream tonight, so it'll go out in the morning at that point. Because I will, very strong chance I'll go to bed before it actually finishes uploading, because I am tired. Like I am tired. It was a long day. It was a good day. It was a productive day. It was a fairly fairly lucrative day in terms of money, but it was a little tiring.
Hey, look at that. They got one of DirecTV's new genre packs. I think you mean genre packs. Yeah, that's what I said. Now they can do that. The TV. Yeah, now you get the picture. Welcome to the house. PL fudge cookies deliciously delivered. Fudge on a biscuit. That looks delicious. Introducing our new PL Fudge Choco Vanilla Cookie.
Antiperspirants stand up to the heat. Like ordinary antiperspirants can't take the heat. Ordinary antiperspirants can't fight sweat better than Secret Clean. Try new Secret Clean Strength Sweat.
Friday Night SmackDown. John Cena will lead up for the Undisputed Championship. The blistering stars of Ray Phoenix's career. He is being made to look completely ordinary by this performance from Santos Escobar, who has a point to prove this evening to the world of Lucha Libre. This is nothing like the version of Ray Phoenix we've seen in recent weeks. And it has been pointed attacks to the bridge of the nose. And pretty much a full body workout for Ray Phoenix.
Oh man.
Ray Phoenix has got more than 3 shots in this entire bout. That's 4.
I am putting in some work over here, getting some behind the scenes stuff put together. I am finally I'm finally getting things all organized out on our behind the scenes roster. That way we know who's where.
Start heading through those gears and get into that top speed. But we've all been blown away by it over the past few weeks. That is when he's at his best, just like this. So Ray Phoenix. From Escobar. Oh, well, that turned around in the blink of an eye. That tells you volumes about the durability of Ray Phoenix, who I've written off. Escobar thinking you got the best of it. So, all that trash talk by Santos Escobar must taste pretty bad right now for the Emperor of Lucha Libre. Exchanges when they go face to face and now the wear and tear deep into it. Escobar able to get out of the way. Phoenix attacks. Different levels. Back up. Reflexes. What a spectacular setting here in the morning. Let's follow the big crowd. Some taxi action. The competition threat came over. That's Naomi. But now it's Phoenix Escobar. Of strikes that was by these two men. That's a burst of adrenaline from Ray Phoenix, dropping Santos Escobar. Just when you thought it was game over for Phoenix, he's back in there.
They're having a fun match here, are Santos and Ray Phoenix. I assume Phoenix is just going to get the win.
Show the physical gifts of Ray Phoenix at times neutralized here by Escobar's smart in-ring savvy, high IQ tactics.
Mox saying Roman's got to show himself is very intriguing. I agree. I agree.
Santos has for Ray Phoenix. You know you have to hit Phoenix with your best shots. Santos knows him as well as anyone. He does indeed. And now Escobar trying to put things away right here. The man is vicious and calculating, as I've seen Santos Escobar in a long time. Something has lit a fire under the Emperor of Lucha Libre. This man
Over there, Forbidden War match. Oh, yeah. Fucking love that match.
and he wants to claim the body of Phoenix tonight here on SmackDown.
I was proud of that match. I still remember that match happened. Mox had like the 3 Death Riders and then the last one on the ladder. And then Roman didn't kick out. And someone in chat was like, he had resiliency. Yeah, you wanted me to make him kick out of that? That would have been a very AEW move to do. But like also, it's also just like, you wanted me to make him kick out of that and just bury the finish? Like, and Phoenix with the dub.
Different kind of victory from Ray Phoenix than what we've seen from him thus far. But once again, it was the incredible athleticism of this newcomer luchador with this springboard moonsault.
Make more sense if AEW guy did that like Mox. Even then, I don't like doing that. I don't like doing the big should be the finishes and then having someone kick out. You guys know that. The AEW ring, even virtually in the build, was weird. Right. Like, I was really glad that caught so many people off guard because so many people didn't think it was going to happen. So many people didn't think there was any chance of it.
Both of you are teaming up for the very first time. Also taking on two individuals who've got some really deep-rooted issues. How does it affect the fair?
Listen, Byron, I get it. If I were Naya, I wouldn't be able to do either. But eventually she's gonna have to learn that this kind of belongs on my pretty little finger. And as for Jade, as long as she stays out of my way, we won't have a problem. Or you stay out of mine. And anyway, I'll be focused on my own, seeing how she's gonna and at WrestleMania. But I spoke to Nick Aldis, and I'll be facing Nia Jax next week at a #1.
Yeah, the fact Cena wrestled on AEW is still weird to think about for Universe.
So yeah,
Even I agree that one was kind of weird. I was shocked when Ray did that one.
Last week I almost had you beat. But that's fine. You can go ahead and you can beat Nia Jax. I'll just have to do it all over again. Toodles.
Two hits that had grown together, tag team completely all the same way. That ball is good luck predicted the outcome of tonight's main event on SmackDown as Tiffany Stratton teams with Jake Cargill to take on Nia Jax and Nia
TLC match that has been typically have so many rings from the past. But it's time to celebrate the current kings of TLC and look back at perspective at that historic match on SmackDown when we return. The noise, city to city. Get ready. Yeah. It's on sale now. This Xfinity Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah, Cena showed the wrestle. I remember that. Yeah, he was only supposed to be in the crowd. He wasn't supposed to jump the barricade. That was an accident on my part.
Nice and light. Enjoying 40 days of freshness. Check it out.
Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza is a game changer. With 28 cheese-filled bites around the crust.
Still was effective.
Bite
Yeah.
The Cheesy Bites Pizza, starting at $12.99. Get it on the Pizza Hut.
By May 30th at University of Maryland Global Campus. An accredited university that has transformed adult lives for more than 70
Cena showed up in the crowd on LAW. Probably not. Seeing as LAW isn't really around right now.
Just wait again.
She's not going to eventually pay attention. No.
Game changer. With 28 cheese-filled bites around the crust. Every single bite is a highlight. The Cheesy Bites Pizza, starting at $12.99. Get it on the Pizza Hut.
Double action for dental repair.
Time to get research. I don't switch it all the time. Chipotle honey chicken brings a hint of pure honey and seared smoked peppers. Fresh chicken off the grill. Chipotle heat with a touch of sweet and a perfectly balanced sauce. Chipotle honey chicken takes heat and sweet to a whole new level.
Today, you can get a debit card for your independence and put on notifications. Or you can keep an eye on how they're using it. How about that? So for parents, freedom for kids. That's family education. Hey, it's your very food. Hungry is community store. Saturday hydrates up to 10 minutes deep and delivers 3 essential ceramides of your strength and lighting. Like independent insulated vessels and over 24-hour hydration. Family basic recurring. Tell when you're lying, it's the thing I do. Oh, pardon.
Ricky versus Orton is very underrated in the series. I remember really like that one. I remember a lot of people being shocked when Saints won that one as well, or Starks at the time won that one.
Against the Miz. Zelina Vega finding a way again with a win at Let's Go so Ray Phoenix. Santos Escobar. Tables, ladders, street profits, DIY, and the Motor City Machine Guns. Triple threat from the WWE Tag Team.
Four-way of Cole, Styles, Kane, Seth. I still love that match so much, and I'm so glad that we did it as the four-way. Yeah, I'm so glad that we did it that way as well. It's weird last name. Last time Black was in WWE was the Thunderdome. Just think about that. Last time Rusev was there was pre-Thunderdome.
You know what? Why? I know you don't care about the last time. I don't like you. I don't know what you're talking about. Respect. Oh, no. But only you have. Yes. You don't have respect. You don't have honor. No. What do you have? Huh? Let's go.
Yeah, I said Rusev was pre-Thunderdome. He got released at the beginning of 2020.
Let's go.
At least Andrade's on TV. It seems he's doing something, hopefully. Updated Superstar Report. He's definitely still A++. I don't think a rough season or so has bumped him down a grade at all. He would just also have more title reigns on there. Because I think the last one I did, he hadn't even been AEW champion yet, so he's got the AEW title. Let me look at his report card from 3 years ago almost.
They're going to team up together as they go head to head against the vicious Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, he was the reigning TNT champion last time I updated this. So, let me turn on my webcam. So, this was the last time I did it. He had an A++. I was still Xander Carver at the time. And last time, he was still in the middle of the TNT title run. So, we'd have the TNT title run, the AEW title run, 2 international title runs. I believe he was AEW Superstar of the Year at one point. So, his list grows longer is the main thing. So, yeah, Rusev got released pre-pandemic. Or Rusev got released during the pandemic. Rusev was during the pandemic but before the Thunderdome. He was empty arena but before Thunderdome. that weird period there.
Jade knows that one-on-one with Nia can wait a week because right now she has the chance to get hands on Naomi and really continue to deal with the deep emotions. That's right with a tag team opportunity. But we return to SmackDown. Coming your way.
She has so much more. She really does, doesn't she?
Deliver a message to the WWE universe. WWE to be changed up. Raw, Monday 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, only on networks. You can do better than this. You need a hungry. You deserve a better burger. Learn the name of order. And smash to the greatness. All the show stuff with the smash love.
Let's see.
One nation with liberty and nothing for all.
Don't waste money on your business mobile plan. And stuff you don't need. With the new My Biz plan from Verizon Business, choose exactly what you want. Pay only for what you need. And right now, get our best price, as low as $25 a line. Verizon Business.
This is not a blue moon. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. A Valencia one. A blue moon. And everything will live with it.
It's possible to raise a family, to pursue other things, and still further your education.
And you can do it too from all over the country.
I live in Massachusetts.
I live in Texas.
I live in California. I live in Pennsylvania.
I'm from Florida. I'm from Virginia.
North Carolina and St. Louis. I'm in Tennessee.
And I'm from
By all means, get the questions coming tonight, guys. I am just doing the biggest behind the scenes update possible.
Experience your irritated skin. So we switched to concrete and gel. It cleans better and doesn't leave behind irritating messes. The liquid is EPA sticker points. Get limited time offer on bonus packs for 15%.
Lucha Bros vs. Omez was a good match. Penta 5 beat Miz. He sure did. Finally.
Wish I had something natural instead of this synthetic body wash.
Teeny Sweeney body wash, Genie.
Dr. Squatch body wash. Remember me for natural.
Incoming dishes. Dawn Power Wash flies to 99% of grease and grime in half the time.
It soaks grease 5 times faster. He even replaces multiple cleaning products.
Those sets got game.
Dawn Power Wash, the better grease getter.
Fill your potatoes. Oh yes. Fill your eggs and pasta. Hello, creaminess. Fill it out with a creamy touch of magic.
Consumers value like Sprint number one is network coverage and customer satisfaction.
Hi, my friend Linda has you guys that gets way better coverage than I do.
Sounds like one that has to beat.
Only in coverage.
And plans start at $20.
Thoughts on last man standing strap match? That feels like too many cooks in the kitchen at that point. It was weird. Miz was the one guy giving Penta a hard time to beat. Skill chain submission match. Eh.
You up for signs of the night wave? Oh, yeah. Your best, the boy, plus SmackDown and Barbershop. After tonight, it won't be the last RKO. What's promised next week at Backlash? Future world champ, we'll see about how you're talking, big game. Let's check back in 20 years, kid. Birthday party idea. No better place to spend your birthday than right now. Congratulations, we're having a big birthday party on SmackDown. In Cargill, earlier tonight she saw Naomi out there and she knew things wouldn't stay calm at all. Little did we know we'd have a tag team main event. That's the
Kind of finally got that Miz shaped monkey. I was like, Yeah, well, it was more Omos that was giving him trouble than Miz, but yeah. Oh, Tiffany with the Burberry pattern gear. Because she's better than you and you know it. Before anyone says anything, MJF does not own that pattern, so it's not MJF gear. Also, Tiffany's newer theme has grown on me. It's grown on me. It fits her.
Plain sailing immediately. Nia Jax comes after you, and your tag partner this evening, Jade Cargill, has even mentioned she wants it too.
Number 8 takes away from Backlash. The Backlash is presented by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest in-ring offer. Enter. Go to forthepeople.com. See you next week in St. Louis. May 10th.
Yeah, everything will grow on you. For the most part, yeah.
Whose recent title run was 153 days, and much of that time was spent with Tiffany Brett by her side. That's kind of spent with Tiffany Brett. Who on January 3rd, you can see that look she gives to her. Tiffany cashed in that Money in the Bank contract and took the championship from Jack.
For the most part, yeah.
Jax, you mentioned it earlier, been suspiciously quiet in recent weeks, and that always unnerves me. We haven't seen or heard from the former champ, but she chose the perfect time to reignite that pursuit of Stratton as the dust settled on WrestleMania 41.
No, his gear is neat. I didn't even notice it. I wasn't really paying attention, honestly.
Right, the personality change of Naomi is one thing, but the outfit of the of the entire locker room, both the men's and women's for
Let's see Fatu winning. Alright, he's going to retain. I have no doubt in my mind.
is clearly the absolute pinnacle of that game.
Wow, the caution tape, every which way, proceed with caution. That's been the mantra. She has not been shy about stating so more than just after Mania resolution with all things Jade and Bianca. She wants gold.
This is one of the personality that Naomi now possesses. The nice girl, as she says, is gone for good. 2025's Naomi is one highly volatile, unpredictable woman, but throwing fists with Jade Cargill right off the back. We're at most predictable thing. We're going to start off with a brawl.
This is just the reason why we even have this tag team match in the first place.
Is this a tag team match, or is it just two style fights at this point?
Well, listen, you know
Instead of Drew and Fatu. Maybe.
these two are the best in press, side by side, and then the betrayal, and then the cash in, and now the champion trying to beat down on Nia Jax. Came after so hard last week.
Feels like a four-way fight for survival at this point.
And then in the ring, what we saw at WrestleMania, Jade and Naomi.
It's probably Solo that dethrones Fatu. If not him, it's Drive to the Rocket Sea, Phoenix being Fatu. True. True.
Yeah, Naomi's saying, hey, Nia, you can have Tiffany all to yourself.
This is a tactic-free tag match.
Oh, my
We're just going to see
back and my neck.
forward in Jade Cargill's doing a pretty damn good job of figuring things out thus far.
All those months on the show.
Huh.
Yeah. Naomi with Jade now delivers that hit right to the ring center. Jade comes back into the ring.
Jake Cargill thought she was done and dusted after the victory at WrestleMania 41, was ready to move on from this menace that is Naomi. But Naomi, who blames Cargill for breaking up her friendship with Bianca Belair, is certainly not done with the storm.
No, she is not. But you are absolutely right in your assessment of Jade Cargill for her mindset was. She did not think that she would still be dealing with Naomi after what she thought was going to be the resolution that happened in Vegas. She came on our post show and she turned right to the and said,
Well, together, Jake Cargill has done wonderful things in the tag world over the past 12 months, but now that performance at WrestleMania, indeed the performance against the world champion.
Yeah, I'm aware, Dennis. Look at the pinned message, brother. Look at the pinned message before you keep on. Is that your thoughts on riding bikes? I own a bike. It's nice. I don't do it often, mainly because I don't want to pull it out of the shed outside. Because we have like a little tiny storage closet on our back porch. Alex and I's bikes are in there. I don't want to have to pull them out of there, roll them through the house, load them into my SUV, and take them out right now. When Alex and I have a house in the next year or so, and we have a garage that the bikes can just go in, it'll be easier and more appealing, I think.
sometimes premium wireless for $15 a month. No points for subtlety, right? Let's be honest. Premium wireless for $15 a month. Am I right? Let's just stop having AI write these, okay, guys?
Slipper Mouth Deluxes meet for small spaces. The upgraded script has 75% more scrubbing power. And with the new locking head, feeding into tight spaces is...
I think I'm good.
The all-new Slipper Mouth
I think I'm good, JT. I'll pass.
This song right here is for red, white, and blue. You got good taste, and you drink like it too. Watching Moscow always get the mule. Vodka this good is an American mule. So pour a glass on the porch, get a little panic. Let your taste buds sing the Star Spangled Banner. American Vodka.
I got another cup pairings order. I need 3 medium pepperoni, 2 ordered wings, breadsticks, cheese sticks, brownies.
All the right place, Shop.
Just order it for entrance. See you at the summit. We're making new Papa pairings for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Almost to your Thunderbolts has fixed everywhere chipping. Certified fresh.
Please don't gas, but work.
It's one of the best bubble teas of all time.
Thank you. We needed that.
Liberty Mutual is all she talks about. The safety, business, and government auto insurance.
It's pronounced good.
We have like
Thoughts on the system and Eligible Universe? It doesn't exist. Simply doesn't exist. Myers is on Raw. Moose is on Raw. They're both doing their own thing. Eddie Edwards and JDC, who the fuck knows where they are? Because, you know, TNA is nowhere to be seen.
Got to see this.
Epic Universe, only at Universal Orlando Resort.
This Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear has wavy edges. It's no ordinary square. Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear has wavy perforations that tear so much better with more cushiony softness. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
With new mixing bowl mashup plus fan favorite s'mores, the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu calls for it.
Deal.
Try the new DQ Summer Blizzard.
So the NWG were fun. Oh, Major Wrestling Gods. It was like a delayed reaction in my head to what is he talking? Oh yeah, they were fun. I did enjoy that. Should be a thing. No, no, it should not. We all know I can't stand the system.
From now, Nia Jax and Jade Cargill will be one-on-one in a #1 contenders match. But right now, you see that...
What is Saturday Night Ever? What?
Tiffany and Jade against Nia Jax and Naomi. Look at the...
If I were to do the system, I would probably just have it be like Eddie and Myers as a tag team.
That's the biggest part of the battle with the energy bar. Jade Cargill is just too low after the message is received, and now the fresh and vicious Naomi back in there to punish her most hated rival. Ever a week ago,
Like, it'd probably just be...
edition of SmackDown, Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill were going at it. It ended in no contest when Naomi attacked Jade Cargill back into the match, and then came the stunning arrival of Nia Jax. Here's how and beat down Tiffany Stratton. At long last, a little daylight for Jade Cargill to try and claw her way over for a tag to the WWE Women's Champ. Tiffany Stratton, who has not legally been in this match at all thus far. It has been all Jade taking punishment, and look at this as Nia tries to pull her back.
Seems like nails on chalkboard, maybe with dying moose scratching glass. I think you said dying cat, which is a little bit better because dying moose is not as bad.
Has just at the center of the universe, which for one night only is demanding the WWE Women's Champion.
Oh yeah, Nia's gear is cool tonight. Now that I'm seeing it. Oh, that was cool.
Tiffany knows it too. It's rare you get the opportunity to take down Jax. But to get this close, brilliant technique there from Stratton to the potential Samoan drop into an offensive pin. Was a split second away from victory, and now she really has to drop that. But Tiffany would be in really good shape here. She's reaching for her ribs, but in position for what could be. Oh, Nia puts her feet and brings the headbutt. And now, Nia, there is the Samoan drop. Extra stank on that one for Tiffany Stratton. Oh, and the leg drop. And Nia said, what the world? That was a blind tag, and there's the... They are not tag team teammates.
Oro Menza also has been released, according to Fightful.
Game over there, but clearly both women looking to get the dub for themselves. Oh, split leg move, something goes wrong. Tiffany gets the knees up. But what an error that may well turn out to be for the team of Naomi and Nia Jax. And Nia Jax is just fuming on the apron. Getting those knees up may have just saved the day. As a fired up Jade Cargill comes in against her chief rival Naomi. With superhero-like powers of recovery. About 2 minutes ago, Jade Cargill looked completely...
Yeah, metaphor, definitely, you know. Breaking them up was definitely a choice.
To be the number one woman in this industry. Slamming into that point. To take care of business with Naomi.
So it's Trevor Lee for Heath Slater. What? Eddie Myers and Heath Slater. Heath's already got the whole Nexus thing going on, remember?
Her partner back into the corner. Remember what happened moments ago when Naomi tagged herself in? Well, guess who's back? The running elbow drop, the senton on Jade. This thing could be over, but Tiffany's going up top. Time to break it up. And Tiffany may have done damage to herself. Well, what an insane breakup that was by Tiffany Stratton. Well, again, this one is completely broken down. Referee losing control. And who can blame him with these four giant personalities in that ring? Tiffany and Naomi. Oh, squashing both of them. In the corner is Nia Jax. And pushing them both out of the ring. The tag team of Nia Jax and Naomi is officially over, but this match is ongoing. As Jax closes in on what looks to be an imminent victory. And now Nia Jax is putting Jade Cargill in position. It's squashing time, Joe. No, it's not. Oh, Jade! Look at Jade! What's she possibly? She's got Jax up on her shoulder.
Bro, I don't know why you think I want to do the system. And Jade pins Nia. There you go.
Greatest physical specimens in the history of our industry. Use that physique to full effect there. An epic powerbomb on Nia Jax, grabbing the victory for this strange team of Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill. That perhaps explains the tension between these two more-than-out teams.
What tension? How about the champion saying, that's
Yours for now, Tiffany.
Yeah, it's easily just chalk it to JT being JT. Hi, Kevin. Oh. And the instigator Naomi at it again.
Distracted by that glittering championship, never take your eyes off that caution tape.
Listen, it's going to be Nia and Jade for the #1 spot a week from now, but it's Naomi. Proceed with caution, holding that WWE Women's Championship at the end of this night. What a night from here in Des Moines, Iowa. We're only 8 days away from Backlash. Orton and Cena. And Cena will be on SmackDown next week.
All right, there we go. Turning me with bad ideas and somehow become canon. All right, yeah, that's the end of SmackDown. I'm pretty much done with my run through of everything I'm working on. So, bye everyone. I got nothing else. I'm not going live tomorrow. I'm not going live Sunday.